All right, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Thank you. It is beautiful out here. We could not have asked for a better day to come together. I'm Nichelle Nichols. I am serving as the president of our Board of Education for the Madison Metropolitan School District, and I have colleagues with me here from the board in the audience. We have board member Nikki Vandermeulen, Martha Saravo, and I know I saw Maya Pearson also in the audience, and we're just thrilled as board members to be here with you to really see this day happen. It's incredible to have our students here, educators, community partners, and neighbors gathered for the future home of Gompers Elementary and Black Hawk Middle School. And of course, today represents a groundbreaking, but we come with the spirit that this is more than just bricks and mortar and the building. This really represents the future of amazing learning spaces for our students, and we want to thank our Madison voters for voting yes on the 2024 referendum. We wouldn't be here without that positive community support, and it's going to allow us to now redesign 10 new or significantly redesigned schools across our district. These investments are incredible for our community and especially for our students. We have a great lineup of speakers today, so I'll keep my remarks brief, but I do want to make sure that we start today by acknowledging the incredible partnership and acknowledgement that we have with the Ho-Chunk Nation. We know that the Ho-Chunk Nation is comprised of 11 indigenous First Nations all across the state, and the sacred ancestral land that we stand on is homeland to the Ho-Chunk people. We recognize and honor their enduring connection to this land, and we commit to strengthening our relationships with the Ho-Chunk Nation and all First Nations communities. Again, thank you so much for being here, and I'm going to turn it over to our superintendent, Dr. Joe Gothard.
Well, good afternoon, Black Hawk Gompers community. It's great to be here today, and so much better than 2 Mondays ago, right, everyone?
Yeah.
March is amazing for so many reasons. Thank you, President Nichols, and thank you, everyone, for being here today. Events like this are important because they represent something tangible. It's the moment when years of planning, collaboration, and community support turn into something real. You can see the ground behind me and to the side of me being scraped up, dug, changed, and it's going to lead to real change for the students and community and staff here at the Black Hawk Gompers schools. And of course, I want to thank those who voted yes on the referenda. Your yes vote helped make these new learning spaces become a reality. Before we look into the future, I'd like to reflect on the past. This building was built in 1960, serving as an anchor for the growing neighborhood. Gompers was designed to serve as one school, serving both elementary and middle school students. I know there's some Gompers graduates out here in the audience, I'm sure. I know Dr. Stanford is somewhere right here, and others attended Gompers K through 8. Back then, just like today, Madison was a city on the move. Now, if you were at the Sherman Shabazz groundbreaking, you'll recall that I shared the city's population more than doubled between 1900 and 1930. Well, between 1930 and 1960, Madison's population once again more than doubled. In 1930, about 58,000 people called Madison home, and in 1960, about 127,000 people called Madison home. That is amazing growth. And with that growth, we needed to continue to ensure there were additional places where children could learn, grow, and thrive. More than 30 years later, in 1993, the elementary and middle school were made distinct from each other when the middle school was renamed. It became Black Hawk Middle School, honoring the Native American leader of the Sauk tribe. Additionally, it allowed each school to develop its own unique identity. Today, we say goodbye to this building as one. which has served generations of students for more than 65 years. At the same time we're celebrating what's to come, spaces that support the modern teaching and learning, foster collaboration, and ensure each student feels welcome and supported. The new Gompers Elementary School and Black Hawk Middle School, did I say Gompers Middle School? The new Gompers Elementary School and Black Hawk Middle School will do exactly that, reflecting creativity and diversity of the students who learn here today and every day. And it's just as important, they will continue to serve as anchors for the surrounding community for decades to come. The projects we celebrate today are part of a larger effort, Building for the Future, which aligns our major district priorities. We have MMSD Excellence Together, our strategic framework, which defines our academic priorities. Additionally, there is Building for the Future, our review of boundaries, which looks at facilities, enrollment, school boundaries to ensure equitable access to opportunities. And finally, the 2020 and 2024 referenda. Their passage provides the resources to modernize our schools and support MMSD's goals. All this work is important because we're planning for the future. Just like the leaders of the past built for us, we are building for the future. Madison is growing rapidly. By 2050, more than 100,000 additional residents are expected to call our city home, far outpacing those references I mentioned earlier. To align our work, we rely on our new vision and mission that guides everything we do. Our vision describes where we are going, a district where every student thrives academically, socially, and emotionally, and graduates ready for the future. Our mission defines how we get there, by working together as educators, families, and community partners to create opportunities to support every learner. Speaking of partners, I'd like to invite someone who has been a tireless advocate for MMSD. Please join me in welcoming Melinda Heinrichs, President of the Madison Public Schools Foundation. Melinda and the Foundation were instrumental in our success both in 2020 and 2024, but I also want you to know that this is the 25th year that the Foundation has been in existence, and they are such an integral partner of the Madison Metropolitan School District and our community as a whole. Melinda, thank you for your partnership. Okay. Now.
Good afternoon, everyone. For those who are at this morning's groundbreaking, just pretend you haven't heard this before. But I do want to start by saying, and I mentioned this to Jim Yaley, this is a groundbreaking. It's about 1:15. Can you believe how much Findorf got done this morning? And they've got shovels here today and for Thursday when we're supposed to get 7 to 10 inches of snow. So we are prepared for every eventuality here. But in all seriousness, I'm Melinda Heinrichs, proud president of the Madison Public Schools Foundation. I've been in this work about a decade, and I know from talking to colleagues around the country what a gift it is to be in a community where people show up as donors, volunteers, community members, voters, taxpayers, because that isn't the case everywhere. And we're so proud to partner with our school district and all of you to create opportunities like what will happen behind us in the next 18 months or so, creating the kinds of learning spaces that our students, our staff, our teachers, and really our neighbors think about. This beautiful facility where multiple generations can come together, learn together, guide our students on their next steps in terms of what's going to happen next in their life, their dreams. It's so exciting to be in a place that is investing in our kids in the way that Madison is investing in our kids. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up for our kids. And most especially to our Sherman Middle School students, let us never forget it's really about our students and our kids. Thank you for being here. I love your t-shirts. And speaking of students, time to hear from the people who know them best. I think we have Principal Tao from Gompers Elementary will come up next. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Melinda. I'm going to try to tilt this because, both of us are just a tad bit shorter. Thank you for being here today and being part of such a monumental moment here for us at Gompers and Blackhawk. I'm Mycia Tao, and I'm the proud principal of Gompers Elementary School. I'm honored to be here with you all today, not just as Gompers principal, but also as a teacher who started her journey right here at Gompers, teaching 4th grade more than a decade ago. So I'm also a future parent to an incoming middle schooler at Blackhawk Middle School. So I'm here for life, y'all. You have me forever. But I share that because how a community responds to and supports its schools is more than just a gesture of commitment. It is an act towards liberation as one community. So when we show up together as a community, we are showing our scholars that they matter, that their dreams matter, and that together we are building something better because they're worth it. And not only do our students deserve beautiful, high-quality learning spaces that invite collaboration, that sparks curiosity and affirms their worth, but so do our staff and our families. Gompers is a vibrant community where brilliance, resilience, and possibility show up every single day, and that's only because of the phenomenal staff and families who anchor us. The new Gompers Elementary School will allow us to continue building upon the hopes and dreams of our scholars and be a community space that families and staff feel valued and can be proud of. Our scholars are curious, creative, and above all, caring young leaders who we know will undoubtedly shape a better future for each of us and each other. I'm excited for what's to come with the new Gompers Elementary School and look forward to doing it in partnership with you all. And so to share more of the genius and brilliance at Gompers with you all, I'd like to introduce several important members of our school community with you, starting with Ruby Kendall, our current 4th grader. And she will also be introducing then some of our veteran staff members, followed by our PTO co-president. So, welcome, Ruby.
Welcome, Dr. Gothard, Principal Tao, Principal Dr. Willis, families, students, and community members. My name is Ruby Kendall, and my teacher is Miss Barnes. She's one of the 4th grade teachers at Gompers. Something I'm excited for after the construction is being one of the first 6th graders in the new Blackhawk, but something I feel bittersweet about is being one of the last 5th graders at Gompers. One of the things I'm going to miss is something you may not expect. The hallways. I love the smell of them when I'm walking down them. I love the breeze I feel when I'm hurrying to class and the familiar greetings of hello and hi Ruby from my friends and teachers. I guess what I'm trying to say is that although I'm excited for the new school and these new experiences, I'll also miss these halls, classrooms, and especially the cafeteria and playground. But I know those memories will last forever as long as we keep them alive. I'm excited to experience making more new memories with you all. Thank you. Now I would like to introduce Miss Underbaki, my former 4K teacher.
Good afternoon. My name is Mandy Underbaki. I am a proud East Side Madison native and a product of Madison schools, having attended Glendale Elementary, Senate Middle School, and the Follett High Schools. My dad was also a teacher at East High School for 41 years. I wanted to start with a quote from the story The North Star by Peter Reynolds. It is often said that life is a journey, and it's true. But sometimes it is difficult to know which path to follow when signs point in so many different directions. I have had many North Stars in my life to guide me in the right direction, and many of them have shined from Gompers Elementary. When I started teaching here in 2003, I wasn't sure where my journey was going to lead. But then, one by one, my North Stars started shining and guiding my way. They were known as Diana Horton-Williams, Ann Shadesky, Brenda Jordan, and Tracy Clark, to name a few. Every child, regardless of zip code, resources, or background, deserves a school they can be proud of. Public schools are the foundation for the future, for the children and the community they belong to. I am grateful to be a part of this groundbreaking event and to have the privilege to take my turn to shine as a North Star for all the children of this community as we begin this new chapter. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jennifer McDowell, and I'm here to reflect upon what it is meant to be part of the Northside community, and specifically what this hidden gem of a school, Gompers Elementary, has meant to me. I moved to Madison in 2002 after traveling abroad with my new spouse. I didn't know anything about Madison, except my spouse had a great experience when he attended grad school at the UW. I was so excited in 2003 as a young home buyer to find a home on the north side of Madison. I was thrilled there was a neighborhood school 1/4 mile from my home. Little did I know that this school and the dedicated staff would help shape the next 20 years of my life. My son Beck was born in 2004, and I still remember his first day at Gompers when Miss Bergenthal lined the scholars up and Beck proudly walked into his first day of school. My daughter Leela, with Keaton, began kindergarten in 2011, and this was also when I was afforded the opportunity of becoming a teacher at Gompers. Gompers is a special place with some of the people that I hold dearest to my heart. I am so proud to be part of a community that is willing to invest in our students and their families. My own two children attended Gompers, Black Hawk Middle School, and East High. Leela was also afforded the opportunity to attend the Madison College Early STEM Academy and is now at the UW. I tell you this because these new buildings are the foundation that, as a community, we believe all our scholars deserve, and they all deserve to be in spaces that reflect their potential as future leaders of our community and beyond. We are all grateful for the opportunity to break this ground today and continue to commit to helping students and their families strive for their dreams. Next up, I would like to introduce Black Hawk Middle School's Principal, Dr. Willis.
All right, thank you so much. I'll introduce myself. My name is Dr. Aaron Willis. I come from the great state of Indiana, so I am a transplant to Wisconsin. Definitely different than Indiana, but I'm loving it just as much. Black Hawk Middle School has always been a place where students are encouraged to think differently, express themselves, and pursue their passions. The new Black Hawk space will build on that culture by creating flexible learning environments that support creativity, collaboration, and student voice. Before I wrap up, I want to point out something meaningful you may have noticed here today. The rocks you see in the loader behind us, kind of when you all were walking in, are dream rocks created by students from both Gompers Elementary and Black Hawk Middle School. Each rock represents hope, dream, or vision for the future, for themselves, for their school, and for their community. These rocks won't just be part of today's ceremony. They will actually be placed into the foundation of the new building. And I think that's a powerful symbol, because every great school is built on a strong foundation, not just of concrete and steel, but of student voices, big dreams, and the belief that anything is possible. So when this building rises, it will quite literally be built on the dreams of students who inspired it. And I can't think of a better foundation than that. To share more about the impact Black Hawk has had, it's my honor to introduce our 6th grade student, Samaje Ivy Gore.
The new school to me means opportunities for new and better things, such as new lockers, a bigger gym, and better air conditioning. We spend a lot of our time in school, so it is good we are getting a new one. I think we will be amazed to see how different it will look. Like new halls and new classrooms, new places to hang out with friends. It will feel like the first day of school again. Our new school makes me feel proud to be a student at Black Hawk. I want to welcome Megan to the stage.
Hello, my name is Megan Slumkus Brace, and I'm the mother of 2 MMSD students. Cora is a 6th grader at Blackhawk, and Theo's a 3rd grader at Gompers. I'm also involved in both schools' PTOs. Over the past 8 years, I have gotten to know the heart of MMSD schools. On the first day of 4K, my husband and I nervously dropped off our daughter in Miss Underbacky's 4K classroom. Cora screamed, cried, and clung to me. As Miss Jordan helped another student, she gave me a look that said, "Oh boy, here we go." I didn't know what to do. Seconds that felt like hours passed, and Miss O'Duffy, a family friend, came to the rescue. She grabbed Cora from me. Crying, I hurried out of the building and walked home with an unsettling feeling. After some time, I received a text from Miss O'Duffy. It was a picture of Cora sitting in her class morning meeting, happy as she could be. She was calm and cared for. I was relieved. Thanks to the kindness of these teachers, we never had an issue with drop-off again. Time passed, we got through COVID, virtual school, and mask mandates. I watched as teachers pasted a smile on their face, got extra creative, and made the best out of some of the worst circumstances. In the summer of 2022, Miss O'Duffy reached out to me to see if I was ready to come back to teaching to fill in for a 2nd grade maternity leave. I said no twice, but her persistence paid off. By her 3rd visit, I realized it was time for me to step up and head back to school for a bit. With Theo starting kindergarten and Cora just across the hall in Miss McDowell's room, it was actually quite perfect. That year, I saw the true magic of MMSD from the inside. I worked alongside incredible educators who give everything to their students. I observed the joy Miss Schillinglaw brings to her entire school and the humor Miss Kay uses to lead her scholars. I witnessed Miss Angie connect with families, Miss Spinelli arrive early and stay late. I watched Miss Simpson and Miss McDowell work together and pour so much love into their students. I worked with Miss Joyce, who makes everyone feel loved and welcome, and I noticed how Miss Johnson steps up wherever she's needed. I could go on and on. That year, I also experienced the charm of the building. That late August day when I first walked into my classroom, I thought, giving mid-century vibes, mid-century modern vibes. I like it. But as the year went on, the cute vibes wore off. I embraced the full workload I would get attempting to open and close the old tall windows. By midwinter, my classroom heater went out. While I appreciated the visits from Mr. Russ trying to fix it, it was still a cold week. Once the electricity went out. This happens, I suppose. By the end of the year, I learned how distracting a 90-degree classroom is. Both students and papers began to melt due to the humidity in the room. The fans we plugged in to cool us were loud, disruptive, and blew papers all around. Not the best learning environment, but no need to complain. Teachers are used to taking a deep breath and pivoting. Pipes burst, classrooms flood, everyone loves a porta potty, right? Definitely not ideal, but our educators made it work. Despite the challenges that come with an old building, it turned out to be a beautiful year. Maintenance crews continued working hard, keeping our school clean and usable. Educators continued to have high expectation, and learning happened. I feel so lucky to have gotten to know Gompers firsthand, and now having a 6th grader, I see the greatness Blackhawk offers as well. It's a beautiful school with the same heart and tenacity. As we look to our future and what's to come, our scholars and educators will soon get a building that matches their beauty, creativity, and smarts. We don't need a new building to have exceptional results, but I do believe expectations will rise and outcomes will soar. We are fortunate to have exceptional leaders like Dr. Willis, Ms. Green, and Principal Tao, who have all demonstrated high standards and have a clear vision for success. Drop-off looks different these days. My kids no longer need me or want me to walk them in. And thanks to our educators, they feel safe and loved. I feel so fortunate that our Northside community is receiving 2 brand new buildings that will impact 4 schools. As a parent, I look forward to watching all of our Blackhawk and Gompers children walk into this brand new, beautiful space. Malcolm X once said, "Education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today." This new building will help to inspire and prepare our scholars for the future. How lucky are we to be a part of it? Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Scott Chiak. I'm the Senior Executive Director for Building Services for the Madison Metropolitan School District, and a pleasure to be here with all of you today. Today's pretty astounding. I want to first of all thank our building services team, all the work they put behind the scenes to help this come true. We're reviewing prints and drawings and specifications to make sure we get the right stuff for the right students here at our schools. And I also want to thank our comms team for putting all of this together. This is a big feat, right? It's a lot of stuff that goes behind the scenes to make this work, and thank you for that. We started this project with the help of our community and our support of our students not too long ago, right? It seems like a very short time. And we continue to have voice in our approach and how we conduct our business every day. We take seriously the voices of our community and have engaged them in our process with inputs, the feedback. In addition, we have had the time with our students and our staff to understand what it means to live their life on a daily basis. It's important that we connect with them and give them the space that they need, not just what looks good on paper. Using this feedback of education, we have come up with flexible learning environments you've heard about now and far into the future. We know education is not the same as it was when I was a student or what it will be in the future with these students. It's important to have the thoughts and the communication, the commitment of our community, and our commitment to the environment as well. All of our new buildings that we're putting together, including this building here, will be LEED capable, meaning we'll have geothermal systems heating and cooling all of these buildings, including solar panels to offset the energy demands of the daily activities in our schools. We feel it's important to also give back to our community and be sustainable, not just for today, but also for tomorrow. Not only will these buildings have content to serve our students, but also our community. It'll have food pantries, accessible programming areas for after-school activities, after-hours work, and even availability for weekends for a community to come and to enjoy, particularly golf events just up the road. They can serve and support that community need as we continue to grow. We are not just for students, we are for the community. To do this fun, we've had a lot of opportunities to partner with some great people. The Concord Group has been really good for us, maintaining Madison's vision of what it means to be a school district and helping guide our teams to be fiscally responsible and hold our project on time, again, on budget. In addition to that, we've had some great partners in the city of Madison that do a lot of this construction work of our sites. You know who they are. One is here, one is at Sherman and Shabazz. They've done a great job of helping build together Madison and the future of where we are, and we're doing it together. It's very important for us. And lastly, the programming, the design work, and the hard work listening to all the inputs that we have, the community feedback, all the extra hours they put in to make this work happen. I get the honor to bring up from OPN Architects, Wes Reynolds, and he'll be joined by Jim Yaley as well from Findorf. Thank you.
Thank you, Scott. This is an absolute privilege to be here today. What it means to be the design firm that's leading this legacy for this community on these next buildings is just a true honor and privilege for our design teams and all the individuals that are here today from our crew. To work with the Madison Metropolitan School District and the Blackhawk Gompers community of students, staff, and neighbors over the last year as we learned what you dreamed for your new schools would be. This building is a physical manifestation of those dreams, literally now with dream rocks in the foundations, and MMSD's promise to the community for what we are going to have for the future of learning. OPN, along with our engineering partners at JSD and IMEG, cannot be more proud of fulfilling those promises and helping you support all the efforts through the design. These buildings are going to go from models and drawings and become legacies for the next generation for this community, and it is just an honor to be here, and thank you for your time. With that, I want to hand over to our great partner in construction, Mr. Jim Yaley with Findorf.
I think he almost called me J.H. Findorf. Not that old, Wes. That's 136 years. Well, welcome everybody. My name's Jim Yaley, President and CEO of Findorf. Couldn't be prouder to be here. Also proud of the team at Findorf. I'm one of 1,200 men and women that are in this community, building the community. So that's what I do at work, but also proud, 27 years married, and proud parent of MMSD kids. For the last 18 years, there you go, Sonia likes it down there. This year, I'll have the last one had out this fall, so Dad's going to be a bit of a puddle, but I have to tell you that MMSD has prepared my kids better than any other district. And that's without new facilities, which we love, but the great work of the staff and what you're doing is exceptional to continue to make MMSD a destination school district all around. So, a few things. Here's what you're going to see coming up. As soon as we all get out of the way here, the team's going to continue to be productive. But first and foremost, I want to make sure what you're going to see here is a safe job site, a productive job site, and quality work that we're doing. Also, I believe we're going to provide quite a bit of entertainment for these young boys and girls over here and what we're doing. So, hey, get interested in the trades and what it could be for you. So we're very proud of that. And we're not doing it alone. We're doing it with a great team of individuals together, partnering with Madison Metropolitan School District. We've done it for decades, 2020 referendum work, now 2024, work together with the design team, with OPN Architects, Concord Group, work in partnership with Vogel Brothers Builders, great partnership working together there, and all their subs and suppliers. So on behalf of them, we thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for the community for voting for it. And now I'm going to introduce our next speaker, Deputy Mayor Christine Baumel for the City of Madison. Come on up.
Good afternoon, everybody. Happy 77-degree day in Madison. Thanks so much for having me here. I am so pleased to be here to celebrate this moment, and I send regards and well wishes and congratulations from the mayor as well, who wished she could be here today as well. We've heard all about how important it is to invest in our schools and our education as our future. And speaking from the city, I think I just want to stress that this is also an investment in our entire community. Schools are an excellent foundation of an investment in our kids. They're an investment in our future, but they're an investment in our community. Strong schools mean strong communities. These are not just educational settings, they are community settings. These are voting locations, after-school activities, resource hubs. There is so much that happens around our schools, and it's important to have strong facilities for so many reasons. So I just want to echo that, in addition to all of the other reasons that have been talked about here today. Building these schools shows our children that we value their learning and experiences, and it shows that we value our future in our community. So congratulations on reaching this milestone, and I look forward to the continued partnership with the school district in building strong communities. And now I would like to introduce County Executive Melissa Agard.
Hello, Northside. It is a thrill to be up here. This is the neighborhood that I live in. This is the schools that my four children have gone to, and I look in the audience and I see their educators and their friends and my neighbors across the board here. I am a really proud MMSD graduate myself, and I am going to echo what it is that we've heard from so many people. Our schools are responsible for ensuring that our children know that their dreams matter. And that's what happens in that building. And that's what happens in buildings across our city, regardless of the condition that is occurring in there. But when we have these amazing schools, it helps the teachers and our neighbors and the children know that they matter even more. And they stand a little bit straighter, a little bit taller, and they dream a little bit harder. So thank you to all of the teachers, neighbors, and community members who have not only believed in myself and my children, but are continuing to think about the future children who are going to walk in the doors here. I am here representing Dane County and have a recognition for our school here, our two schools here. I'm going to be presenting a plaque to both Blackhawk and Gompers for the 4-star climate champions for building and design. Here in Dane County, we hold ourselves to a really high standard. We know that climate change is real, we know that facts and science matter, and we know that when we continue to lift up and believe in our future, that we need to put those beliefs into action. And that's what we're going to see on this building site and when the doors open. The 4 stars is the highest award given by the Dane County Office of Energy and Climate Change, and it recognizes facilities designed for exceptional energy efficiencies. This new facility is going to be built with the future in mind, with electric design, efficient geothermal heat pumps, and solar panels on the roof. And as we heard, it'll provide a peek into what the trades look like, and maybe a child will find their future in the trades, as my son Bailey has. The school is going to use less than a third of the energy of a typical school in the state of Wisconsin. And we know that MMSD will continue to prioritize low carbon building materials and reducing emissions. This will be one of the very first schools that is going to take that approach. We have an awful lot to be proud of here as a community. This project strongly aligns with the district's broader sustainability goals and will be inspiring to see not only what schools across Dane County, Wisconsin, and our country look like, but also showing students what sustainability looks like, and hopefully they roll that into their futures as they are leaders making decisions as they grow into adults. It's vitally important to know that this project will also lower operating costs for the district, which pays off for taxpayers, and will improve the comfort, as we've heard, for teachers and students when they are doing their real work of coming to school and learning. These investments are investments not just in today, but into the future. I want to congratulate MMSD and their partners for reaching the climate champion, and would like to invite the principals of the two schools to come up and accept the award.
Thank you so much. Yes. Sure. We're hanging up right in the middle.
You should see me at the dinner table. Channel 3, I'm struggling here. I'll do my best. I'll project. All right, thank you. All right, well, thank you all so much to our speakers, especially our student speakers. Let's give them another round of applause. You know, each of them, Samaje and Ruby, both remarked to me that they were nervous, and I looked at them and said, "You've got this." And both of you did such an amazing job. We're in such good hands with future, current, and future leaders like the two of you. Thank you both so much for being part of this today. You also see that projects like this represent the power of community, voters, educators, families, and partners. You heard that in the speeches that were given. Thanks to all of you for sharing your remarks, your reflections about the meaning behind these new projects, but also the past and how we're going to carry that into the future. Today's groundbreaking marks the start of construction, but it also marks the continuation of the excellence of the Madison Metropolitan School District. Together, we are building spaces where students will learn, grow, and lead for generations to come. Now I'd like to invite our speakers and our special guests to join us for an official groundbreaking ceremony. Although ground did break, we're going to do it ceremonially here in just a moment. And we're going to grab our hard hats and shovels in a minute and celebrate for the future. I also want to share with you that you can go out the way you came in, continue on along the fence line, and down at the Gompers Gymnasium, we have a reception taking place. Now in there, yes, there might be some cake, but also in there are some virtual reality. A chance for you to look into the future of what these spaces will look like in a real way, much more than what you see here and even the picture that you see there. So I invite all of you to join us down there and to just mingle as a community. Thank you all so much for being here today. It means a lot for me to represent our school district and to know that all of our collective good work is going to lead to great things for the future of our city. Thank you all very much. Time to break some ground. Come on up.